Hi guys, Riaz here from Blades and Triggers. So today I decided to give you a bit of a brief breakdown of your basic entry-level steel BB or 4.5mm steel BB pistols. So I've got the Bersa, the Shadow, and a Steyr M9-A1, and yeah, we're going to be taking a look at what they're obviously made of. Okay, so we're going to be starting off with the Bersa Thunder, and all these models, or all three of these guns, are made by ASG Action Sports Games, and like each and every one of them, they pretty much licensed by the manufacturer, the real gun manufacturer. And this specific one is licensed by your Bersa or Bersa in Argentina. And yeah, as we mentioned, they all shoot the 4.5mm steel balls with your CO2 canister. And the CO2 canister in this specific one, as well as the others, would fit in the grip. And on average, they shoot in around about 350 to 400 foot per second. This specific model pushing out around about 2.6 joules. It shoots around about 400, as I said, 400 foot per second. Pretty decent makeup of the pistol. Pretty much plastic or polymer all through the gun. You have your Picatinny rail at the bottom, which makes a decent add-on for a laser or a torch. And on the top end, quite nice and bold or dotted sights, your standard sight itself. And the way the pistol actually works is that you slide the butt back, and you can actually put your steel BB CO2 bottle in the handle. Magazine, which holds about 19 rounds, basically fits quite nicely and snugly away. So that's the basic setup of the Bersa Thunder Pro. We're going to move next to, from here we're going to move on to the M9-A1. So yeah, let's check that one out. Okay, so here we got the Steyr M9-A1, and yeah, same company, manufactured by ASG, and obviously this specific one is under license by Steyr themselves. So yeah, pretty much a 1-to-1 scale, full polymer makeup or plastic makeup itself. This specific model obviously shoots out a little bit more, or a higher joule energy, higher velocity in so many words. So this shoots at around about 400 to 450 foot per second. A decent increase in terms of power on this specific model. And the cool thing that I like about the Steyr is that it actually has a bit of a fiber optic sight on the top end, which makes for decent lining up of your sight itself. Your CO2 cylinder fits pretty much in the same spot as the previous one, and I've loaded one over here. So a little bit tight on the open up, but yeah, we've loaded the CO2 cylinder. It would actually come out a little bit easy if I take out the magazine. There we go. And pretty much a very similar magazine that you get with the previous, the Bersa. Takes around about 19 BBs, and yeah, a good 450 foot per second power that you'd obviously get out of the Steyr M9-A1. Next up we have the Shadow, and yeah, the Shadow, we leave the best for last. Okay, saving the best for last. And yeah, the CZ75 SP-01 Shadow. Pretty much what I like about this specific one over the other two is that it has a decent rubberized grip, and the nice thing about it is the magazine holds your CO2 cylinder as well as your BBs all in one. So for a little bit more of a realistic feel to the gun, the CZ75 Shadow pretty much does it for me. Your Picatinny rail at the bottom, it has very similar sights, fiber optic sight up in front, and over and above it all, quite a nice feel to the pistol as well. The SP-01 Shadow, and pretty much like all the other two that I have, they're all non-blowback pistols. So in so many words, the slide is pretty much fixed, and all that you need to do is basically pull the trigger. Similarly, like the others, it takes around about 19 BBs, and as shown earlier on, the CO2 cylinder in the magazine itself. The SP-01 Shadow on this specific model shoots at around about 380 foot per second, so velocity is slightly down at around about 2.4 joules, but in terms of the gun, the feel, the look, it does have a little bit more pizzazz to it versus the other two itself. All right, and there we have it, just a basic rundown on your entry-level CO2 pistols that shoots a standard 4.5mm steel BBs. If you are in a bit of a budget and always wanted to get one of these, then any one of these three could definitely do the job. For the links below, they'll definitely be at the bottom of the page, or basically visit our online store at bntonline.co.za. Alternatively, if you'd like to touch and feel like I always do, visit any of our 12 stores nationwide and get yourselves or get your hands on one of these. Don't forget to like and subscribe with the link above. See you on the next one.